That first walk was not supposed to happen.
Crazy, but that's how it goes.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Life with a Mic podcast. We're going to listen to some of the same stuff we listened to last night just because it was so fucking good. But we're also going to be talking about Michael Tait tonight, and so hang on to your proverbial seats, all right? But hey, for now, listen to this, and we'll be getting going soon, all right? Enjoy the shoe.
Life's a million mental wounds still screaming, driving me insane. I'm going off the rails, going off the rails. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I've listened to preachers, I've listened to fools. I want to the dropouts who make their own rules. One person's condition to rule and control. The media sells it, and you leave the role. Mental wounds not healing. Who and what's to blame? Mental wounds still screaming, driving me insane. I'm going off the rails, going off the rails. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Let's go. I know that things are going wrong for me. You gotta listen to my words, I'm going off the rails, going off the rails. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails, going off the rails. I'm going off the rails on a crazy
DJ Cumberbund.
Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Ride the tiger, you can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Oh, don't you see what I mean? Got shiny diamonds like the eyes of a cat in the black and blue. Something is coming for you. Look out! Race for the morning. You can hide in the sun till you see the light. Oh, we will pray it's alright. Gotta get away.
Get out the way.
Get away.
Get out the way.
Gotta get away.
Get out the way.
Get away.
Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
Yeah.
The way, do your lights it,
Yeah.
That's the way, do your lights it, like this. Facts over love are always hide beneath the covers. Till I talk to you, my daddy will say, it's that you ain't seen nothing till you're down on them up, and then you're sure to be changing your ways. I met a cheerleader, was a real young bleeder. Times like a reminisce. Cause the best things of loving with a sister and a cousin only started with a little kiss. Like this. Seesaw swinging with the balls in the school and your feet flying up in the air. Sing a hey diddle diddle with your kitty in the middle of the swing like it didn't care.
Alright.
So I took a big chance at the high school dance with a missy who was ready to play. Wasn't me she fooling cause she knew what she was doing. Then I know love was here to stay. When she told me to walk this way, talk this way, walk this way, talk this way. She of you, I feel a shot right through with a bow of blue. It's no problem of mine, but it's a problem I find. Living a life that I can't leave behind. There's no sense in telling me the wisdom of the fool won't set you free. But that's the way that it goes, and it's what nobody knows. Well, every day my confusion grows.
All right, we'll get into the Tait stuff right after this.
Every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for that final moment. You say the words that I can't say.
I missed a cue. Sorry about that. I actually hit the button, but I don't think I hit it hard enough. Oh well, hey, I like that song. I like that song. I was looping there a little bit. I wasn't mixing so much as I was looping. I mixed a little bit. I'm not a good mixer. I'm learning though. Hey, if you're watching this live, that camera's dark. It's dark. And I haven't got another light I can put on. Hang on. Alexa, turn on living room lamp. That helps a little, I guess. A little bit. So, yeah. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Life with a Mic podcast. We are streaming this. My name's Preacher Man. You find me on YouTube under PRT, Preacher Man. Oh, my goodness. The girl's still out of town. I'm finally starting to feel this, y'all. I had 3 of those root beers that I had left. I had, let's see, 2 beers now? 1 beer. And working on a second. And I'm sipping on some Evan Williams peach here. So it's a good day, Tater. All right, let's get into this, y'all. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. We got to. My favorite contemporary Christian group growing up was DC Talk. As opposed to my favorite band, by the way, which was Christian band was probably Striper, Petra, probably Petra. But DC Talk was my favorite Christian group, and 3 guys were in DC Talk. I would say I think they actually did have kind of a hierarchy. I would say top tier was Toby Mac. Second tier was Michael Tait. Third tier was Kevin Max. And they did 5 studio albums, a live album, and arguably recorded what is considered to be the greatest Christian rock album in all of history. Back in January, a guy named Azariah Southworth was on TikTok and said that some forthcoming allegations were coming about Michael Tait. And I'm going to be frank with you. I didn't believe him. I thought maybe it might happen, maybe it might not, and I really didn't believe him after it took so long for it to happen. And the day after Azariah Southworth made these allegations, Michael Tait abruptly stepped down from his current gig, which was the lead singer of the Newsboys, which is arguably another one of the greatest Christian rock bands out there. Very, very high profile. The movie God's Not Dead, the original one, they did the title track. My God's not dead, he's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. So after he announced this, nothing happened except that Michael Tait left the band. And I kept waiting, and I was very critical of Azariah Southworth. And then the article hit. Real quick, before I forget, I want to say that since this article has hit, I have apologized to Azariah Southworth for not believing him. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Here's the article. It dropped on June the 5th from the Roy's Report. Exclusive. Former Newsboys frontman Michael Tait accused of sexual assault. I'm sorry, and I should do a trigger warning on this. This will have talking about SA. I'll try to use those initials, SA, when I can think of it. Sometimes I just forget. We will also talk about grooming, substance abuse, and these allegations go all the way back to 2004, which I might add is after his time with DC Talk. Just want to throw that out there. It's been called Nashville's worst kept secret. For decades, allegations have circulated that Newsboys frontman Michael Tait, formerly of DC Talk, had groomed and essayed numerous victims. By the way, I should say this too. There have been, before I go on with the article, there have been rumors for a long time that he was a party guy. He just basically lived in what a lot of Christians call debauchery, which is an old term. Basically, he just went out and partied, got drunk, things like that. After a 2.5-year investigation by the Royce Report, TRR, which included interviewing more than 50 sources, TRR has documented Tait's alleged predatory pattern with stories dating back more than 2 decades. TRR also has corroborated allegations of Tait's alcohol and substance abuse with multiple sources. 3 men spoke to TRR alleging that Tait befriended them individually on Christian music tours in 2004, 2010, and 2014. They were all 22 years old at the time. 2 men stated that they were drinking alcohol with Tait and later woke to him fondling their genitals. One alleged Tait also offered him cocaine while on the Newsboys tour bus. The third told TRR that Tait gave him a back massage while skinny dipping and later invited him to share his king-size bed. There, Tait allegedly non-consensually massaged his anal region. TRR reached out repeatedly to Tait for comment with no response. Tait's music career has been nothing short of spectacular, starting with the band DC Talk. Winning 4 Grammys before their hiatus in 2001, Tait, along with fellow Liberty University alumni Toby McKeon, also known as Tommy Mac, and Kevin Smith, also known as Kevin Max, and I think, actually that's his real name now, but I might be wrong, made history in contemporary Christian music. In their 2019 book, Jesus Freak, Will Stockton and Dee Gilson call the band nothing less than the Beatles of Christian music. DC Talk's 1995 album, Jesus Freak, spent 79 weeks on the Billboard 200 list and sold more than 3 million copies. Since the band's never-ending intermission started in 2001, mystery has shrouded the future of the Christian music stalwarts. And despite all 3 artists corroborating on multiple songs, a Jesus Freak cruise, and a reunion on Toby Mac's latest album, Life After Death, the band never got back together, and it seems it's unlikely it ever will. Tait began looking toward the Newsboys, and a band founded by former lead singer Peter Furler and George Perdikas in Mooloolaba, Australia in 1985. The band found success after moving to Nashville in 1991, releasing 14 studio albums and receiving 4 Grammy nominations before Furler stepped down in 2009. Tait then became the lead singer for the Newsboys, and Newsboys manager Wes Campbell became the sole owner of the band. Somebody is outside of my house screaming. Love it. So I had a guy today, finally caught a guy speeding up the road, and I yelled at him, "Slow down!" I'm that old guy now. It's not an exaggeration to say that for many evangelical teens who came of age in the 90s, the Newsboys were a core part of their evangelical Christian experience, said Leah Payne, professor of American religious history at Portland Seminary. This is very much true for me. Excuse me while I get a sip of this delicious peach juice. It's actually peach whiskey. Oh man, that was more than a sip. And I need another beer, especially if I got to get through this. I got my cooler sitting right by me here in the living room. That ain't country, I'll kiss your ass. They reformed in some ways as an ongoing supergroup. Oh shit, I already got one open. Well, I guess I got to double fist it. They reformed some ways as an ongoing supergroup, most notably recruiting Michael Tait, who was 1/3 of DC Talk. They've really had a second life that sort of gives voice to American conservatism. During Tait's one time with the band, the Newsboys would score 4 #1 albums on the Billboard Christian charts. with 2011's God's Not Dead reaching gold status. The album and the subsequent lead song success led to, I says cameos, I swear I almost read that as camel toes, led to camel toes in the multi-million-dollar film series God's Not Dead. The first film alone secured $64 million internationally at the box office for PureFlix Entertainment, multiple successful Newsboys tours, and a swath of merchandise sales for the band. Indeed, I did see that tour myself. Although there have been rumors of misconduct, Tait and his network's influence and ability to blackball people from the industry have squelched them, sources say. The tide shifted January 15th when TikTok influencer Azariah Southworth, who famously outed journalist Jonathan Merritt in July 2012, said in a video reel that Tait is gay. After it garnered 250,000 views, the reel was removed by TikTok for violent extremism, which is bullshit. Now, I want to say this too. I've said this to Southworth, and Southworth he actually responded to me as well personally, believe it or not. But I don't agree with his reasoning behind doing what he did. I think that, because here's the thing, Tait, excuse me for scratching my nose for those of you who see me on video. I got to get used to that. The reason that this is a problem is not because Tait is gay. Not because Tait might be gay or however he might identify. It is because he essayed. And the reason that Southworth did that was because he said Tait was a Trump supporter and, was hypocritical. And okay, but I don't think that's a reason to do what he did. I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it. I think his reasons were skewed. Nevertheless, he should have still been believed. Southworth did not provide evidence and went against journalistic ethics by publicly outing Tait's alleged sexuality without consent. Thank you. But it was enough to disrupt the status quo in Nashville, where the heart of Christian music's power and money reside. The following day, Tait announced he was stepping down. In a statement posted on Newsboys' social media, Tait stated that stepping down from Newsboys was a shock to even myself, but amidst prayer and fasting, I have clarity that this is the right decision. The announcement came after the release of the Tait-helmed new single, How Many Times, and 2 days before their first show of the year at Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Band member Adam Agee told Fox 58 the band was scrambling to re-record the single, and a new version of the song, led by Agee, was released soon after. The chaos left Newsboys fans asking for ticket refunds on social media or expressing confusion at the quick turnaround of lead singers. Despite this chaos, Tait has been out of the public spotlight since his exit and has not posted on social media since his statement. That has now changed. We'll talk about that here in a minute. There's no evidence Tait stepped back from the band due to Southworth's allegations, but the timing alone was enough to give Christian music pause and survivors impetus to speak out. In September 2020, 2-year-old Stephen, who asked to remain anonymous, was living the dream. TRR has a policy of not revealing the names of alleged SA victims. As a touring musician for the Chris Sly Band, he walked into festival stages every night and played guitar to crowds of screaming teenagers. Growing up in a conservative Christian family with missionary parents, this was unreal. I was a huge DC Talk fan, and Tait was just kind of a weird idol, Stephen told TRR. As a kid, Stephen had played DC Talk's Jesus Freak on repeat, even though it was outlawed by his parents. So when the Chris Sly Band was offered a slot opening for the Newsboys with Tait as lead singer, Stephen was in awe, but things took a turn when Tait seemed to take a special interest in him. Lead singer Chris Sly recounted to TRR the moment Tait first saw Stephen, saying he was intensely focused on the 22-year-old while their band played on stage before a Newsboys set in Columbia, Maryland on September 17th. Most of the time, big stars do not hang around and watch the opener show. I remember sort of being peeved that Tait cared more about my bandmate than he cared about me, and then it slowly evolved into something that I felt was weird. Initially, Stephen and Tait met briefly backstage during a pre-concert prayer led by Tait. After the tour ended, Stephen worked as a clerk at a store in Brentwood, a suburb 10 miles south of Nashville. It was here he encountered his childhood idol again 2 months later, and this time Tait gave him his phone number. It started out we were friends, Stephen recalled. We went to a movie, he picked me up, and then we would usually just play darts at this bar in Nipper's Corner. Stephen wasn't fazed by the 21-year age gap between him and Tait, but Sly, who was both his bandmate and housemate, was acutely aware of it. Just a second. It felt like a weird, like attraction sort of thing. Sly told TRR they were texting all the time, and they got really close really fast. It was just love bombing. Tait was pouring it on to Stephen in a real interesting and kind of gross ways looking back. He would call Stephen last minute. He would take him to steakhouses and pay for the meal and get very expensive shots of alcohol. I have this vague memory that there was like a back room at the restaurant that he took Stephen to. That kind of stuff is really impressive to somebody who grew up as a poor missionary kid, especially with someone like Tait who you think you're safe with. Tommy Lee, not that Tommy Lee, the bass guitarist for Chris Sly Band at the time, heard Stephen describe the relationship between Stephen and Tait. Excuse me. Good God, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little buzzed here, y'all. Stephen would go out on the road with us, and he's like, yeah, I hung out with Michael Tait, Lee said. And we're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. But he was like, it was kind of weird, too, you know. I didn't know anything about Michael personally. I just assumed maybe Michael was just being a nice dude, you know, trying to help him out or something. But then he was hanging out with him more, and I did think it was kind of weird at the time. By early January 2011, Tait and Stephen had become friends, and Stephen didn't think twice when Tait invited him to meet at his home in Brentwood, a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom mansion sold by Tait to his former Newsboys bandmate, Jeff. I'm not sure if that's pronounced Frankenstein or Frankenstein, probably Frankenstein, later that year. Just like the book, by the way, and the horror monster. Stephen presumed that he and Tait would meet there before going out to a bar, but Tait invited him inside instead. Stephen told TR they sat in the kitchen, and Tait offered Stephen a drink. He was real hush-hush. Stephen said, I later found out he had a family living with him, and they were unaware that I was there. Stephen said Tait poured him a highball glass of Maker's Mark bourbon. He drank 3, with Tait egging him on, Stephen said. Tait also reportedly drank alcohol heavily. Then, feeling sick from alcohol consumption, Stephen vomited over the second-story balcony. Feeling dizzy, he went downstairs and lay down in the backyard. Tait followed him. Everything was spinning, he told TRR. After a short time, Stephen and Tait went back to the second floor, and Tait led him to the living area. I was super embarrassed because this dude's like my idol at the time, and I'm super out of it. I'm super sleepy, so he has me get on the couch, and he was like, I'll give you a foot massage. Telling TRR this seemed kind of weird, Stephen said he then passed out. Stephen said he woke up at about 4 a.m. to Tait fondling my genitals, and then he was also kissing my mouth, saying that he went into freeze response and that he didn't know what to do. Stephen tried to pull away multiple times to stop Tait's behavior. It didn't work. I started stirring, and he kept kissing me while touching my penis, Stephen said. Eventually, I just moved my head, and he stopped, and then he kind of froze too. 15 years later, Stephen still remembers what time he left Tait's house because it was done in secrecy. I left before 6 a.m. This is when I figured out that he had a family living with him. He needed to get me out the door before the kids started waking up for school. When Stephen arrived home that morning, he told Sly that he had slept over and that Tait had given him a foot massage. He only told his girlfriend about what followed. TRR has viewed text messages between Stephen and his then-girlfriend corroborating that they discussed the incident with Tait multiple times throughout their relationship before they broke up. 2 weeks later in the tour, Stephen told his bandmates about Tait giving him a foot massage, but refrained from sharing the rest of the details because he was very embarrassed. I did not want to be excommunicated from Christian music, he told TRR. By the way, this is a long article, so we might not do all of it tonight. I think actually for the moment we're going to stop there because this is getting a little heavy for me. I don't like talking about this. I really don't. This whole thing sucks to me because Tait was a hero of mine, and the fact that we're talking about this just it angers me. To be honest, angers me, and it makes me sad, and yeah, that's where I'm at. So, but I know we need to talk about it. I need to talk about it. I haven't even talked with my therapist about this because I haven't realized, I guess maybe until this very moment, how much it has affected me. So, but it's damn it, it's for sure pissed me off. So I'm having, it could be the alcohol too, but I'm having a reaction. So let's sing some karaoke before I oh. I was like, that would be a great song to sing. I'll Be Your Baby Tonight, probably not the best choice. Oh man, what is a good choice after that? How about some Nirvana? This is a, I don't know how to transition out of that. Does anybody know how to transition out of that one? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh, here we go. We'll do this one. Let's do this one. I got to get my headphones on, y'all. Hang on. Y'all probably hear that, and I don't. So hang on. Oh, it's not playing. Why am I not getting that? Uh, let's move it over here. Bear with me, y'all. This isn't going the way I wanted it to. Maybe now? There it goes. I fell in love with a hooker. She laughed in my face. So seriously, okay, hang on. We gotta stop. We gotta stop for a second. We gotta stop for a second. I gotta fix this coming into the headphones while I'm singing. Bear with me. I think I could fix that. Just a second. Testing 1, 2. Hey, there we go. I think y'all can hear me. All right, there we go. I hope that works. I really hope that works. All right, here we go. Now we'll start it up. Let's back it up a little. Y'all don't know this song. This is Without a Trace by Soul Asylum. I fell in love with a hooker. She laughed in my face. So seriously I took her. It was a disgrace. I was out of line, I was out of place, out of time to save face. See the open mouth of my suitcase saying leave this place, leave without a trace, leave without a trace, leave without a trace. I tried to get a good job with honest pay. Might as well join the mob. The benefits are okay. Standing in the sun with a popsicle, everything is possible with a lot of luck and a pretty face. Takes no time to say without a. Fuck that up. Leave without a trace. Leave without a trace. I tried to dance at a funeral, New Orleans style. I joined the Grave Dancers Union. I had to file. Trying to do the right thing, to play it straight. The right thing changes from state to state. Don't forget to take your mace if you're out walking late. Like to see your face. You're left without a trace. You leave without a trace. All right, y'all, we're going to switch over to YouTube. See what we can find here on the good old YouTubes. I'm not going to do this much longer. I'm getting hungry, and I'm just going to be honest. That whole thing kind of triggered me, and we'll talk about it again later. But I'm just not feeling it right now, and here's one I haven't done in a while. I think y'all know this one. I think I'm going to take you out with this one when we're done tonight. We got winners, we got losers, chain smokers and boozers. We got yuppies, we got bikers, we got thirsty hitchhikers, and the girls next door dress up like movie stars. I love this bar. We got cowboys, we got truckers, broken hearted fools and suckers. We got hustlers, we got fighters, early birds and all-nighters, and the veterans talk about their battle scars. Ooh, I love this bar. I love this bar. It's my kind of place. Just walking through. Oh, shit. I did not mean to do that. I hit the back button and it went away on me. Well, shit. Ooh, I tell you, doing live streaming is a little bit. You cannot go back. You cannot go back. Well, I could just start it over, I guess. Oh, here we go. I think we'll just do this one. Stop giving me surveys that I don't give a shit about. And then you hit skip ad and it just doesn't want to do shit. Go away. It won't let me. It seriously will not let me skip the ad. I'm hitting skip ad, it won't go away. Got 2 more seconds, it'll go away on its own. So. Y'all remember that spaghetti I made last night? Or I didn't tell you, I made spaghetti last night. Leftover spaghetti is always better than regular spaghetti, so I'm going to go heat me some of that. Y'all know this one. Used to spend my nights out streaming on YouTube. Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me for reaching for the bottle and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of Evan Williams peach. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You know what, y'all? I ain't singing well because my voice isn't working that well. I've looked for love in the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. It's Tennessee whiskey. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Hey y'all, I gotta get going. I gotta eat. Want to let y'all know something. Tomorrow's probably my last day of work. Well, it's not my last day of work for the week, but next week my girl is completely off of work. It's also my birthday week. Wednesday's my birthday. I don't know how much I'll be streaming next week. I don't know, but we will see. Maybe a little bit here and there. But hey, thanks for hanging with me. I really, really appreciate it, especially as I'm getting this streaming thing going. It's been fun. So hoping that Spotify is going to let me keep the music up, or at least let me keep the karaoke up. Sorry if I sounded like shit tonight. My voice wasn't really that warmed up, but we'll get back to the Tait stuff a little bit later. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but tonight it was triggering me, y'all. I'm sorry it was. I guess I might have either drank a little too much to be in that sort of mode, or maybe I just don't want to hear it. I plan on getting back to it. If I don't, I don't. How's that? Is that fair? All right, y'all. No theme music outro this time because should let the people know that are listening on Spotify. There's no more seasons. I don't think. I think we're just going to number these because I'm just going to sporadically do them as I can. So I hope y'all understand that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So hey, as far as and you know what? I didn't stream this one on TikTok tonight, so I just completely forgot to do it. So as far as everybody that will be listening to this on Spotify later, on the podcast later, I should say, we will see y'all later. Love, peace. And here's the thing: if Spotify won't let me do the karaoke on there, I'll still stream it. It'll just be exclusive to YouTube or wherever I end up. All right. Love, peace, and a pot of neck bones, y'all. We'll see you on the flip side. To all my podcast listeners, we out. Hey, we're still streaming, though, y'all. Getting ready to get off here, though. So thank you for hanging with me. I don't know if anybody's watching or not, but I haven't looked up there to see. But if you are, thanks for watching, and we will also see you on the flip side. I'm going to go get me some sketty, all right? So we'll see y'all later, and like I said, I may do some streaming tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I don't know. Not on my birthday, but I might do some later, all right? See y'all later. I hope y'all have a great weekend. If I don't see